Yes, good afternoon. And by the way, it's news time. Anyway, let me go ahead. You should be listening to news as well. A lot of you don't even bother to listen to news or read newspapers, but yet you like talking a lot on social media. Inform yourself. Inform yourself. Please listen to news, read newspapers, and even when you meet an article on social media, read it. Read it thoroughly. Don't just look at the headline. Yeah? A lot of you are busy talking about these bicycles, but I can guarantee you that not many of you have even read to understand the statement in the New Diggers. I know a lot of you have not even gotten this paper. You are just busy talking, based on just like a headline that you have seen, on social media. Buy the paper. That's why they print these papers, is to buy them, read them, follow issues. Don't just be talking without even reading. Yeah? Even the statements that come out, some of you don't even read. There's too much mediocrity in this country. There's too much mediocrity and laziness. Too much mediocrity and laziness. The only thing that we know better is talk day and night, but really applying ourselves very little. Applying ourselves, we don't. It is a big problem. This is the biggest problem that we have. It is the biggest hindrance to our development. It is the biggest hindrance to our development and even leadership. Because you see, these people that are in leadership today, they come from among us. They have the same attitude that you have, of not wanting to, apply yourself, read, and do a little bit of research. So even when they are appointed, put in certain positions, the behavior is the same. The behavior is the same. This issue of the bicycles, a lot of you are jumping around, what, and you just want, you are doomsayers. You don't want, to listen to the truth. You want falsehood. That's what you want. And because falsehood is so sweet, you want to run with it. Yeah? There's so much speculations about these bicycles. No, they were 1,000. That is to start with. Let me make clarifications on this one. Let me make clarifications for you. Number one, the bicycles were not donated by the Japanese embassy. Of course, the blame goes to whoever wrote that statement, which came from the Ministry of Home. There is no way you're going to issue a government statement, and make such a mistake. That is unacceptable. That is serious unprofessionalism. That is serious mediocrity. And there is nothing that we can say about that other than calling the facts as they are. It is very bad. There is no way. I mean, you guys have lowered the standard of governance, of government. You have lowered the standard of government, because so many statements come, uncoordinated, so many reverse gears. You say this, tomorrow you change. Come on. You don't do that. This is wrong. You are reducing government. The standard of governance is very low. When I was growing up, especially during the time of UNIP, my friend, whatever came from government, it was just like perfect. You couldn't check anything, not even a comma, not even a full stop. Everything was just correct. The grammar correct, the sentencing, everything. But, we have eroded that standard. Today, now, it doesn't matter. Statements are coming out like, people never even went to school. I can be casual when I'm talking on social media, when I'm writing. It's fine. It's truvatayali. It's okay. But when you are writing as government, it must be proper. It must be proper. So how somebody made that mistake It's big. And, you know, everything are being taken casually. No, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. Apart from the issue of the bicycles, we have another mistake today. We have another mistake in Bill 10, where a gazette was sent, even printed. And there are two mistakes which Given Lubinda was talking about yesterday when he appeared on Sunday interview. He spoke about two mistakes. One, the issue of petitions. Instead of, it was 14 days and they have changed it to 30 days. And when they took that gazette for printing, they still maintained 14 days. It is supposed to read 30 days, but a mistake was done. There is another one on the issue of civil servants retiring. They are supposed to retire, 6 months, but the gazette is showing 2 years. And the minister was confessing to say there are two mistakes in the gazette on Bill 10. Now, this is serious. This is very, very serious. You can't take those lightly. Those kind of mistakes shouldn't be happening. Yes, we are human beings. We can make mistakes. But those mistakes shouldn't be happening. Because before something goes out of government to go to the public, a number of people must check it. We had people who were proofreaders those days. Proofreaders. But today, even newspapers, you see even mistakes even in the newspapers. Those days, you would not get a mistake in the newspaper. You would not get a mistake. You would not get, a grammatical or spelling mistake. Because they were proofreaders. They would go through it. I mean, it's like somebody who just sit. I don't know if they use the phones. They can even type per phone, statement yafuma. You don't deal like that. You don't deal like that. You don't. Even for me, I do that. It's at a personal level, but when you're in government, you ought to be very serious. So that issue, don't blame the people. I'm not blaming people. I'm not blaming those who are saying, what is going on? What is going on? The mistake is from government. It was very wrong. And I hold no punches. I know I don't hold back any punches on the people that released that statement erroneously that it was a Chinese government, especially when you are even mentioning another country. You need to be very, very careful. And it's a donation. So now, all these things, I mean, you have brought up a lot of discussion. People now even wonder, are you accounting for your donations? If you are making such mistakes, are you even accounting? Can you account for the donations that you are giving? That was really, that's a fact. It was bad. We can't turn out from this fact. But then, look at the reaction of the people also. Now look at the reaction of you people. I mean, a lot of you people are doomsayers. You just want to hear the negative. You want to hear the negative. It doesn't matter, I mean, how false it sounds. It doesn't matter. As long as it is negative, you like it. You will be sharing it all over. You'll be sharing it all over. I have given you the facts as they are. And there is nothing more than what I've told you. There is nothing more. The only thing about those bicycles is that they were donated by the Indian High Commissioner instead of the Japanese High Commissioner. When I saw that headline myself, I went to the Japanese embassy. I wanted to confirm if indeed they had given this statement. Because I am a critical thinker. I don't just because it is written in the paper in black and white, then I take it. No. Before I talk, I must confirm. I went to the Japanese embassy and I spoke to them. And they told me, yes, they confirmed the story. And they said, we never donated those bicycles. From there, I had to go back now to confirm with the ministry. Didn't donate. Where did the bicycle come from? That is when they were telling me, no, it was from the Indian embassy, and they were talking about it casually. From there, to the Indian High Commissioner to check, to confirm, and I confirmed that yes, actually they donated the bicycles. They donated the bicycles, and the bicycles they donated were 30 bicycles. 30, not 100 or 1,000. 30 bicycles. If the police have got 1,000, I don't know about that. But the Indian community, the Indian High Commissioner confirmed that they gave 30 bicycles. So those are facts as it is. Those are facts. Those are facts, nothing else. I don't know what more do you want, because you seem to be, no, they must be. I don't know. But those are the facts. Now, I did this myself because I wanted that when I'm talking, I am solid. Now I'm solid. Now I'm solid because I've verified. But look at some of these opposition leaders, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. He always jumps whenever he sees something, and he jumps and he's big statements. Mysterious bicycles. I mean, this is why Mr. Hakainde Hichilema finds it very difficult to offer checks and balances in this country, because his source of information is social media. As a leader, a responsible leader, you cannot be relying on social media as the source of information. You need to verify. You need to do what I did. I drove all the way to the Japanese embassy. And thank you very much to the Japanese embassy. They received me and they gave me answers. Thank you. These people are willing to talk to you. Why is Mr. Hakainde Hichilema just busy, offering checks and balances on the phone? Get out of your house. Go and talk to these people. Pick up a phone call. Ask some of these guys, the PSs. You can ask. You have got a right to call a minister. You've got the right to call a minister. To call the public permanent secretary and ask, get the information before you sensationalize issues on social media. I mean, at the end of the day, you only appear ignorant. You only appear ignorant. Really comes out so ignorant on a number of issues. Even on the issues of the bicycles. He is talking about the 48 houses. Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, up to today, he talks about the 48 houses. He talks about the 48 houses. But really, if you are still asking who is the owner of the 48 houses, you are speaking out of ignorance. You are speaking out of serious ignorance. If today you are still saying 48 houses has no owner, you are speaking seriously out of ignorance. Just because that lady from ACC said we haven't found the owner, it doesn't mean that it is true. Maybe she was speaking out of her incompetence as well. Maybe she was speaking out of her incompetence. And I can't talk much about that because the case is in court. Right now, as we are talking, there is a Charles Loyana, something like that. He's called, what's his name, this man? Charles Loyana. There is a Charles Loyana. Charles Loyana has taken the Anti-Corruption Commission to court, claiming those houses. And he has explained how he built them. Whether he stole the money and whatever, that is another issue. But there is a man that is claiming, those are my houses. And he has taken the Anti-Corruption Commission to court. So how can a biggest opposition leader like Mr. Hakainde Hichilema be coming out like, the 48 houses, it's still a mystery? It's not a mystery. He went to the Anti-Corruption Commission to give them information. What information did he give them? If he knows, how can he turn around and say they are mysterious? So, you need to be solid when you are talking. You need to be solid. Find out. What I'm urging, especially the opposition leaders, is that please verify facts so that you can offer proper checks and balances. In this case, on the bicycles, what we should be talking about is mediocrity existing among senior government. It is incomprehensible that a permanent secretary will issue a statement saying it is Japan when it is not Japan. It is, I just can't understand how this happened. These are people like you would be fired for such a mistake, because you are really bringing government into disrepute. You are actually messing up the relationship that our country has with another country. You are creating doubt in the minds of the people relating to the donations that people are giving. Because really, if we can't make proper statements, how can we account for some of these donations that are coming? How can we account? How can we account? These are serious problems which by Edgar Lungu needs to look at. You need to look at these issues by Edgar Lungu. We have another one, like I'm telling you, on Bill 10. We have an error. I mean, it's not a small thing. It's not a small thing. I mean, you have seen how sensitive Bill 10 is. You have seen how sensitive Bill 10 is. And then you go and make errors. If people start saying, no, these people, you cannot trust them because they are actually lying, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? You have seen that document is very, very important, and it has got high public interest. And therefore, when you are printing it out on a gazette, you must make sure that it is foolproof. It must be foolproof. Now we are making mistakes here and there. It's unacceptable. Let us be very, very serious on governance issues. Otherwise, you are eroding the confidence of the people in government. You are eroding the confidence of the people in government. It is unacceptable. It is really unacceptable. I totally agree with all those that are saying, this is wrong. It shouldn't happen. I agree with you. I agree with you. But to start speculating that, no, whatever, they cost so much and so on and so forth, that's not right. That's not right. Let us say things as they are. This issue of Japanese instead of Indian, there is nothing more that we can say other than saying it is very unprofessional. It is mediocrity that the statement came out that it was the Japanese when it was the Indian government that had donated. That's what it is. I've seen also some people are saying, no, you told us that you confirmed with the minister. Look, you should also be logical when you are looking at these issues. Be logical. This is why in my government, logic will be compulsory and you would have to pass it for you to get a certificate. Logic. Because there is no logic in many of you. Many of you. You are educated, you speak good English, but logic in your heads? Nah, nothing. Look, at that point, when that statement came out, it came out so unprofessional. It was not on a headed paper. It was not even signed. And the statement went out. And people were questioning, this statement, is it authentic? Because it is not on a headed paper. It is not signed. So the question at that point, it was not about where the donations came from. The question at that point, which needed verification, was the authenticity. Was it authentic? Did it come from the ministry? It is at that point I picked up a phone, phoned the Honorable Kampyongo to ask him, Honorable Minister, there is a statement which has come out on bicycles, circulating on social media. Has it come from your ministry? He confirmed, he said, yes, it is from our ministry. So it was about authenticity of the document, not logic, kwata mano mubongo. Ukwata mano mubongo, not ukula savaidafi. So I confirmed the authenticity, yes, because I checked it out. Now, today what we are looking at is the content which has been queried. And I've gone to check that content and I've found out the truth about it and I've brought it out. As far as I'm concerned, whether you like me or not, I think I'm doing my best to offer quality checks and balances to the PF government. I think I am doing a service to my country by clarifying things. If you don't like that because you want falsehood, you can enjoy falsehood. I will continue giving the truth. And reasonable people, we will appreciate my work. I have to go for lunch. Bye. We got to stop.